Hi guys, I've attempted to make this video actually a few times, and every time I pull off the highway, somebody pulls off the highway right next to me. So I'm gonna attempt to do it today, and we'll see how it goes. Hibbing is kind of over the top of the mine pit, and Chisholm is over there. This is kind of tucked right between the two. But we have a working mine pit right off the highway. There's the dump truck down here. And there's a pile of dynamite that they have set up so they can blast. Down here there's a little more. You can see the little individual piles of dynamite that they're getting ready to blast. And there's a couple more dump trucks coming down the hill. There's one up here and one down here. You can kind of see the dust flying. It's just kind of a big hole in the middle of nowhere that they are mining iron ore to make steel. It's actually pretty amazing. There goes a production truck. One of the dump truck beds, I guess you'd call them, the things that go on the back of the dump truck that they actually dump to, or they fill and dump, was being hauled down First Avenue this week. And they had, like, the State Patrol was helping. They had different trucks with the lights on and stuff going. It took up both lanes of traffic, just to give you an idea of how big the trucks actually are. Leaves are changing. This is Brooklyn, which is one of the older town sites of Hibbing. Hibbing actually moved 1 mile. Old Hibbing was just north of here. And they had streets and houses and all sorts of stuff. And when they found iron ore under the town to mine, they moved the houses. So some of these houses that are in here are from Old Hibbing and were moved into either Brooklyn or New Hibbing. I'm gonna go this way. If you look up on top of the mine pit, there's actually production trucks up there. still get to. They have a dog park. So they have one section for little dogs and one section for big dogs, and it's all fenced in, so people can take their dogs off and they can socialize in with other dogs, which is pretty cool. Where's the golf course? Oops. After the golf course is the city park. We know it is Bennett Park. There. They've got like indoor horseshoes and bocce ball courts here, so I'm trying to figure out how I can get in to show you guys. There's our park. I'm actually going to take a drive through to Old Hibbing so I can see the mine overlook actually used to be in Old Hibbing, where you could go and look over the mine. And they moved that because they wanted to mine the ore that was underneath. So that's in a new spot. The Greyhound Bus Museum, where the Greyhound bus line actually started. Also have a disc golf course, so people can go. I don't know, I call it frolfing, but frisbee golf. The dog park is right here on my left. The first set of, I don't see the second one. They used to have two. Maybe they moved them. You can see the mining company fences along the left side of the road. And they have a campground on the right. The road used to come up to just beyond here, and it would take a left, and it looks like they have that all blocked off, so they aren't letting people in there anymore. Street signs and some of the sidewalks and stuff. This was Washington Street and First Avenue. This is Garfield Street and First Avenue. Wow. The roads have really deteriorated up here. want to go on, by foot and look, you can actually see the foundations of houses that were up here that were moved. It's really quiet and really kind of eerie at the same time. This is McKinley Street and 3rd Avenue. It's hiding behind a tree. There's actually quite a few people that visit. Actually quite often. They come up and they check it out and see what changes. And this is Garfield Street and 3rd Avenue here. I don't think I want to come through on the other end because the end of this street is really deteriorated. But this is Lincoln Street and 3rd Avenue. And there was a school that sat here. Lincoln Street and 3rd Avenue. I don't think the new lights actually work anymore. You can see the foundation crumbling. The old sidewalk runs right on here. And where the old curbs used to line up, the streets don't always line up with them. So the curbs are either sometimes in a little bit or they're just a little off center. But these are the old stairs from the school, or the old steps from the school. All sorts of pictures and stuff. Nice. So North Hibbing, which is where we are now, we're actually way up here. Came down 3rd Avenue. Here was Bennett Park and the golf course and Brooklyn. And then South Hibbing was just a few blocks. Homemaker's Edition was down here. And Aviator's Edition was down DuPont, so that would have been down 25th Street. Here's Howard Street and 1st Avenue. And Bob Dylan's childhood home, which would be oh man, they're not listed. Okay, so 19th, 21, 2, 3. It would be somewhere, 7th Avenue East and 6th Avenue. Nope. I don't know, it's somewhere down here, which is where Robert Zimmerman's house was. It was on the corner of 7th Avenue and 25th Street, but these are Anderson Street, Finch Street, Alice Street, John Street, Alexandria Street, or Alexander Street, College Street, Portage Street, Adeline Street, Josephine Street, Cody Street. So all the names have changed. That's fascinating. That the buildings, like this one, was cut in half and moved to Hibbing. And I think they rolled them on like logs. But it's really crumbling. We came up these steps, and there's another set of steps here. Drive up the hills. It's kind of essentially the side of a mine dump that we're driving up. When they first built it, which actually wasn't actually all that long ago, they didn't have any of the fencing up. They didn't have the building up. They actually had very few things up here. Like they had the cement blocks that you could actually walk into. Few buildings are closed. Oh, it's windy. This kind of gives us a bird's eye view of not only the open pit mine, but of the town too. I'll have to walk over to the other side when I get done here. This is a big cement block. Come over to this side. The part of the mine that we can see from the highway is kind of on the other side of this hill right here. There's actually a truck coming down the hill. I don't know if you guys can see that in the middle or not. I don't know if you guys can see that or not either. That right there is Chisholm's water heater, or water tower. You can see the star electricity poles that we pass coming over by Chisholm. That is the Minnesota Discovery Center, which is called Iron, well, it used to be called Iron World. There's another water tower right there. And literally for miles. Right here. Oh, I can't find my finger. The wind power that you can kind of see right in front of you, those are windmills. Those are actually north of Virginia. So I would say it's probably a 40 to 45 minute drive from here. You can kind of see them. You can see for miles. Alright, I'm going to go look at the other side and we'll go from there. Looks like they're actively working down here. Oh, it's windy. If you guys will be able to hear me or not. There are mine trucks coming down the hill. This is actually massive. I can actually hear the trucks from where I'm standing. I don't know if you guys can pick that up at all, but I'm a long way down there. Oh, it's super windy up here. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear anything. North Lake is right here. Are you coming off the highway? Here's one of Hibbing's water towers. These three towers up here in the middle are Maple Hill, so that's south of town. There's the other water tower. You see? Oh, it's so windy. But yeah, this is what Hibbing looks like from the sky. Up here, everything looks so flat. Lots of trees. There's a lot of houses in there. That's one of the mining trucks. The bucket of the one that they were hauling down First Avenue last week was a bigger truck than this one. Okay, I gotta move out of the sun because I can't see. But there's somebody standing right next to the production truck, next to the wheel. My mom drove a truck when I was a kid. I'm not sure if I was a kid, it might have been before I was born, but she said driving the big production trucks around was like driving a house.